my mind, the most important thing going on at Apple is M1 and how quickly they can get developers to write directly to that and show results, because that's like dollars on Mac machines and strengthening the ecosystem. Adobe yesterday said that Creative Cloud is 80% faster on M1 than a comparable system. I mean, should we be paying more attention to that writ large than the privacy stuff, which, yeah, has an impact, but maybe not immediately?
Yeah, and people were a little surprised that there was no hardware announced yesterday, and you never know. I mean, it is a developer conference, and they never promise to unveil hardware. There were, but there are Macs, important Macs in the lineup, the 16-inch MacBook Pro, the Mac Pro, higher end, smaller MacBook Pros that still haven't gone to Apple Silicon or the M1. And I feel like as the summer is starting, we're starting to get to the time of the year in the fall where you might expect the next generation M2. And does that mean that, we're looking at a fall time frame for the rest of the Macs to go to the M series chips? Maybe, because if they come out now, then all of a sudden, what are the Pro Macs a year behind?
Yeah. Yeah, Apple also is leaning hard into this privacy and security thing, especially when it comes to iCloud Plus, which they announced. And to me, when Apple has a new tier where they're charging more money for something, that tells me they're really serious about it. I mean, it's one thing for them to kind of bake something in, but once they start charging for it, to me, that says they think they got something really special there. Are you surprised, perhaps with the way they're handling browsing security, even beyond a VPN with 2 hops? Are they breaking new ground here?
Yeah, I think that they're definitely breaking new ground, but I don't think they're charging more. I believe, my understanding is that iCloud Plus is really just a name they're putting on all of the paid tiers of iCloud. So even if you're at the 99-cent a month level, which just traditionally just gave you a bit more storage for backups and photos and stuff, you qualify for iCloud Plus, including the new Safari privacy mode. So is it charging more or trying to get more people just to get off the free tier, which is what I think they're doing? I think that the Safari privacy mode feature is really interesting. It's not a VPN. A VPN encrypts all of the traffic going out of your computer from all apps. This is just for Safari. It's just for web traffic. And with a VPN, you have to trust your VPN provider. If it's work gets to see everything you do over the VPN. If you pay for a personal VPN, your VPN provider is somebody you're trusting with that information. With this 2-hop system that Apple is using, nobody, including Apple, has access to the traffic that you're going through. These 2 hops that your Safari browsing goes through, nobody keeps a log. There is no record of it. It's totally private.
That's a really interesting distinction. John, I know that we weren't expecting any AR developments yesterday, but it does strike me Apple's strategy versus, say, a Snap, which is developing AR in public with its creators. Do you think that Apple risks falling behind by holding its cards so close to its chest?
I thought that they gave us one little hint about AR yesterday, which was when they were talking about, they didn't talk about AR specifically, they were talking about maps and Apple Maps. And they showed an example. It was actually right in San Francisco, and I'm familiar with the area, but it's right off Market Street. And there's some diagonal streets where it's hard to know what you mean by make a right because some of the streets are. And they showed a preview of using AR with street directions on a map where a 3D arrow showed you which street you want to go on for your walking directions. So I feel like that was a little a little wink and a nod to where they're going with AR, right?